Welcome back, everybody, to the LA Angels franchise. Opening day action is officially underway here in season number 2. Gotta say, again, making the postseason last year was a little bit of a surprise. The moves that we made in the offseason were kind of to maintain that level of success. We want to make the postseason yet again. 2 seasons in a row. That's a lot different for a lot of Angels fans out there. They haven't experienced that in a few seasons, right? Well, we're going to get it started off with a solo home run. Leadoff variety, by the way. 3-1 pitch. Luis Rengifo, left-handed masher, hitting that baby 431 feet. That is an absolute moonshot. Thank you, Luis Rengifo. Now, Chase Silseth is through 4 innings here with a couple strikeouts. He's pitching very, very well here, which is kind of surprising because normally you would go with Sandoval. You might go with Detmers here. But we got a double play ball here as well. The defense is playing well behind him, too. Kyle Farmer getting the start here at first base. Throw is a little to the outside, but Neto able to corral that, get the spin move, and get that double play in order. Strikeout here. Man, Silseth looking very, very good here. Rookie Sean Fuentes. This could be his first base hit of his Major League career, and it is. This guy was just drafted a season ago. There's his first Major League hit. Had an incredible spring. Definitely won the job. Getting the start here on opening day. And he makes him pay for it, right? Well, still bottom 5th. Nobody down. Zach Neto makes them pay for it. Makes the White Sox pay for not getting that out. Another home run for the Angels. This time a 3-run shot. Thanks to Zach Neto, it is 4-0 Angels. And then Luis Rengifo isn't done. Off of Garrett Crochet for number 2. Woo! 5-0 Angels. This one wasn't as mashed as the first one, but we will take it. Deshaun Knowles, by the way, getting some playing time in opening day. It is 5-2. No more. It is 6-2. Deshaun Knowles, first Major League home run, first Major League hit. Gotta love that story right there. The man was competing in spring against Joe Adell, Nico Holzheiser. He was competing against 2 outfielders. He is on the 26-man roster. You love to see it. Then Sean Fuentes comes through after he had just gotten his first Major League hit. He had a double in an at-bat before this one. This one is an RBI double. It is now 7-2. Angels staking out to what looks like an opening day victory here. And Zach Neto here, 7-2 game. Little fly out, little sac fly, run coming home. Just barely safe is Shawnuel. But your final score will be 8-2. Angels get an opening day victory against these lowly White Sox. You love to beat up on bad teams, don't we? Got to get those wins early on in the season. Notable players here would, of course, be Rengifo, Neto, Fuentes, and Knowles. Obviously, the guys that are driving in all the runs. There's your box score here. Zach Neto with 4 RBIs today, 1 for 3. Love to see it, but really the name of the game here today was Chase Silseth. I gotta give it to him. He was kind of the X factor. Didn't allow any big hits. Was pretty good, all things considered. Guy that's definitely going to take a next step here. My hope, anyway. Next step here for season 2. Now, as we simulate a couple games here, Nico Holzheiser really struggling. We got to get him going a little bit. He's going to be a focal point for us. I want to utilize his power, you know. He's not that bad of a fielder. He's a very decent player, all-around player. We've got to get that batting average up a little bit. 083. Maybe if he can make some defensive plays out here, hitting the cutoff man on a one-hopper. Let's see if we'll make the play here at third. We got him. Steven Kwan is done. Yo, what is that? Woo, Nico with that throw. Trout's looking on like, hey, man, you want to just toss me the ball? You want me to throw it for you? No, Nico's got it. All right, 083 batting average for Nico Holzheiser. Well, that'll help. Base hit right down the line, getting a base hit off of Logan Allen. That'll help us out here in the top of the third. No pressure either. We're down 3-0. We don't need you on base or anything. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, okay? You're on thin ice at this point. We can still release you, Nico, if you don't get it going. But he does move to second base, and, of course, Mike Trout strikes out. I say, of course, meaning that you can't rely on the CPU with Mike Trout, I guess. So with 2 outs, top 4, we are now down 3-2. Angels coming back a little bit, but Holzheiser will fly out. Next at bat for him here, top 6. He's going to ground out to Jose Ramirez, and he does kind of favor that side, doesn't he? Hard hit ground balls to the left side. Angels will come back with another run here. It's 5-4. This is a big spot for Nico against Abner Uribe. Oh, pitch. He's swinging. Mr. Aggressive here. Deep drive to left field. That's going to be over the wall. First Major League home run for Nico Hulsheiser. Gives the Angels the lead 6-5. It's a 2-run shot. I love to see it. I love to see it. Whenever we player lock, we get these stories. Nice. Nico Hulsheiser, 2 for 4 today. Hopefully he can bust out of his streak now at this point. Hopefully that will help him move forward. But you see there in the upper left-hand corner, they scored on an error. Ouch. We made 2 errors in this game. I'd love to know who was responsible for that. Jose Quijada and Kyle Farmer. What the heck happened there? Quijada was only in the game for a third of an inning, and he blew the save, and he had the error. Unbelievable. All right, well, after that poor effort by our Angels, we lose to the Guardians, a 1-7 Guardians team, by the way. We're just scanning through, trying to get an idea of the draft class, and some people like Orville Rossi from New York. Hey, my name's Orville. Oh, my God. Brutal. Saul Yamashita. What a name. What a name. And by the way, the guy that's right next to, Stephen Watson there, Mac Stew. Hey, waiter, can I have me some of that Mac Stew, please? I want some Mac Stew. Let's get serious here. I do kind of like Billy Lucas, the outfielder, and Brian Stevenson was one other outfielder that I like too. And that's what we're going to send the other 2 scouts to go do. We need to focus on some outfielder depth. We got some young guys, but most of the draft last season was really focused on pitching and infield. So this time around, I want to focus a little bit more on the outfield side. So we're going to start scouting that position, left fielders, right fielders, center fielders, and then really focus our best scout on finding one player that we really like, getting them to a really good percentage. That way we kind of have a really good feel of what they can bring to the table. Now, amidst a 4-game losing streak, we finally got a victory against the Blue Jays, snapping that losing streak. But really want to kind of figure out, like, what is going on? Is it our offense? Is it our pitching? And right now, just looking at our offense, 8 homers for Trout, 15 ribbies. Moniak's got 6 homers with 18 ribs. Batting average is not very high. Anthony Rendon with 4 at-bats. Mr. $35 million man is kind of hilarious. Kyle Farmer's not doing too bad. 333 for the rookie Fuentes and 45 at-bats. It's not bad either, but still Seth's been awful. It's all about the show sim stats, you know. It's always awful for pitchers. Jimmy Herget's been fine. Stevenson and Soriano have been bad. 5+ ERA for Stevenson, +10 for Jose Soriano. Back into the bullpen's been good. Payamps has been good. No blown saves. So I'm not really sure like what the problem is. I think I'm going to have to blame it on the offense. We don't really truly have a number 2 guy to Mike Trout. We don't have a 1B. We got a lot of B-, C+ type of players around him. I think that's a big issue, you know. We see production in the offensive side, but there might not be enough to get us over the hump. Now, Billy Lucas, I like where he's slotted right now in our draft rank and MLB rank. I feel like that's a good spot for him, but I want to know more. I want to find a guy that's really going to get that swing. Like, we have a guy ranked pretty highly, but MLB ranks him pretty low, right? That's what I'm looking for. I want to find a dude that really isn't on anybody's radar, really find that sleeper, if you will. Now, we did sweep the Milwaukee Brewers. That is huge. So 19-13 is where we stand right now, getting a walk-off victory, no less, in the final game of the series. Love to see that. Reed Detmers was solid, too. Only had a couple walks. Thought he was good in that game. That's nice to see. So a little stats update here for the end of the month. Jordan Adams was hot. 366 and 14 runs. That's awesome to see. You got 351 from Bryce. You got Caden Dana was good, 139, striking out 26 people. And then Davis Daniel at a 135 ERA. So I'd like to see that too. So our young pitching, our young outfielders, Jordan Adams specifically, having a pretty good showing there in the minor leagues. Now, Mike Soroka, this is a good sign for Mike Soroka. He might be a guy that earns the call-up if somebody struggles either in the bullpen, which it looks like Soriano has struggled, Stevenson has struggled. You might even get Jose Suarez, might be a guy that gets shifted to the bullpen. Chet Giorgio pitching well too, 26 Ks, 14 walks. The whip's a little high at 1.5. And then we got Dave Mickless, one of our draft picks here with that A potential. Seeing a little bit of progression. Ben Joyce, 12 saves, 1 blown, but everything else looks pretty darn good right now. The whip's high again, 1.8. The show just loves to just destroy pitchers for some reason. I've never been able to, like, understand it. I know that walks per 9's big, hits per 9. The per 9's are big in Sim. But my goodness, man, it's just, it doesn't do pitchers justice at all. They just constantly get wrecked. Now, second base, Chang hitting 245. I'll take that. He's not the best contact hitter there ever was, but you know, with his attributes and his stats, I think that 245 is acceptable right there. Now, Orelvis, I'm a little disappointed in Orelvis. He's seeing some progression, and right now he's clearly our best third baseman overall wise as a 69, but I can't bring him up. He's hit 190. Even if he gets playing time away from Anthony Rendon, which is Rendon isn't playing, it's still, you can't make it make sense. Thomas Woodson hitting the cover off the ball too. Sean Fuentes, by the way, hitting 364. He's one of the leaders for AL Rookie of the Year, but because he's got D potential, you know, none of that progression matters. None of that performance and production matters. He's just gonna just regress. That's what we're doing. So I hate the regression system and the progression system of the show. I can't stand it. So I will be changing his potential rating. Just FYI, he's going to be moved up to a C. You guys are going to see that here in this video. So Hulsheiser, you know, he's slowly figuring it out. That batting average is coming around a little bit. It's definitely a lot better than where it was. Let's see, Joe Adell hitting 326. That's a good sign for Joe Adell. He's still young at 26. He's still young. But Deshaun Knowles is playing better at the pro level. 280s. Jordan Adams, we know him, 366. Nelson Rada hitting 239. That's all right. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Now, next time I see you guys, we're going to be taking on the Braves in the month of May. So we sit at 19 and 13. We got the Rangers behind us with a game and a half back. The Twinkies are in first place in the AL Central. You got the Yankees and the Rays in the East. And they're actually tied right now, it looks like, for the wild card. But it's only a month in. We're only 1 month in. There's a lot of things that could change. So 2 first-place teams, Angels and Braves, taking each other on in the next video. But I do have to show you guys one thing. Why am I going to upgrade Sean Fuentes' potential? Well, there it is. He was Rookie of the Month. 362. But the show says, no. He sees regression. Despite the performance and the production, he sees regression because he's a D potential. He's a 68. He's just nearing and hovering that C potential. But we're going to regress him. No, I reject that. He's also the Rookie of the Year leader for the AL. So you tell me how I'm wrong. You tell me how I'm wrong. If you guys don't like it, well, that's too dang bad. This is my series. No, okay, I'm done. I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you like this thing. We've got the Braves and the Angels, 2 first-place teams in their respective divisions, taking each other on here. Sandoval Elder, Matt Olson, Mike Trout, Ronald Acuna. Got a lot of star power. Sung-Shae Chen, Mickey Moniak, Nolan Shawnuel, David Fletcher. It's an absolutely loaded matchup here. I'm done. I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you like this thing. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.